I don't even have to tell you guys where I am. Look in my reflection of my sunnies.
Yeah, get that one for sure. I can't believe I missed this.
I've got some really incredible things I'm gonna show you guys. We are here at Goodwill, and this is the place that I found my beautiful Israeli candle holders last time and a whole cart full of goodies. So I'm here before they open. A couple people are lined up and I'm just waiting for them to open the doors, and hopefully we're gonna find some good stuff in here today.
These brass pieces are pretty neat. They look like a city skyline, and there's 3 of them. They are $2.99, $3.99, and $4.99. I think I'm gonna put them in my cart while I think about that. This plate is cute. I'm sure it's new. It is new, but I really love the mid-century cocktail design on it. A beetle boot jack. I've sold lots of these in my shop, and it's only $2.99, so I'm gonna grab that. This is an earring holder. This little kitty is so cute, and it's only $1.99. Now this is a record holder. We've had a lot of debate on the last little tiny one, what it was. I know what this one is, and I'm gonna be using it for records in my basement. I always pick up these weed pot vases because even though on their own they don't look that amazing, they look so great when you group them together in a small instant collection. This looks like a beautiful piece of Mexican pottery. It is not signed here on the bottom, but that is fantastic design. I thought it was going to be a vase, but it's not. So it's just going to be a really cool sculptural piece. Salt and pepper shakers always sell really well, and at first I thought these were $4.99 each, but they were $4.99 for the pair. I've seen people use these carved wood vases as candle holders too, so they can be multi-purpose. I spotted this one all the way from across the store. It's got the most beautiful design and blue color. I had to lay it out on the floor just to make sure that it didn't have any large holes or really bad stains. It looks like it is machine washable, so I think I'm gonna be good. That looks weird, like my hand just got way bigger. This is awesome. Yeah, we're getting that one for sure. What is it for?
I don't know.
Is it half off? Oh no, purple's half off. $7.99. I like it.
Came out yesterday.
Yesterday? Yeah. Same with this one.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Except for this rope garbage on here.
Oh, it was a wall hanging, I think.
Well, yeah, someone added that thing.
I'm gonna come up with something way cooler to do with it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed this. These are great. $4.99. Did this come out today too?
Yep.
I think so. We're getting all the good things today. I usually don't do much shopping at Goodwills in the evening, but I am so glad that I did because look what we just found. This is incredible. At first, I got a little scared. It might be a newer production just because it was too good to be true for $9.99, but I think it is vintage. I really think I need to start wearing my glasses because I can't read the signature, but this is a beautiful piece, and even at $6.99, I'm definitely gonna get it. The sad, lonely teak cup, but it's 99 cents, I can't leave it. When I first reached for this, I did not think it was going to be real wool. I thought it was gonna be made out of a synthetic material, and it is real wool. And the colors are still really vibrant on this one. I am trying really hard not to give you guys too many spoilers of my bathroom makeover because it is almost finished. It's so close. I just have to put in my baseboards, but I wanted to tell you guys that that is where I'm going to be using this. You might be surprised what I'm going to use it for. I was just about to go ahead to get a shopping cart because my arms were getting full, and then I spotted this little guy, and this will be perfect for flea markets this spring and summer, and it was only $12.99. It's not the highest quality one, but I feel like it's going to do the job. Cute little cast metal dog, absolutely, $4.99. Let's add him to the cute new shopping cart.
Today has been quite the day thrifting. I have hit 5 Goodwills in only 24 hours. And as you can see, I've got the back full, I've got the front right here full, and I've got some really incredible things I'm gonna show you guys. A lot of you guys know that I've been on the hunt for years, literally years, to find the blue Bitossi Bull. And well, this is definitely not the Bitossi Bull of my dreams. It is fantastic, and I'm so excited about this. I picked him up for $9.99, and I don't know a lot about this piece. It is not artist signed. It appears to be made out of plaster, and it does have a few large chips, including one here on one of his horns. But that means that maybe it would be acceptable for me to turn this into some kind of a DIY. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think I should do. Should I paint it? Should I paint it a gold brass color? Should I do a matte black? Should I attempt to make it look like my Bitossi Bull of my dreams? I don't know what I should do here, and I would love your guys' feedback and suggestions. All I know is that I love him so much. I really love these kind of Picasso-inspired brutalist bull figurines and art. So I'm very excited to add him to my personal collection, and I think I'm gonna have to come up with a name for this guy too.
So after getting my beautiful bull home and looking at it with my decor, I really think I'm going to keep it this original color. So what I want to do is I want to try touching up these areas that have the chips on them. So Lorenzo, of course, has to come check it out. And what I was thinking was maybe I should apply some kind of a coating to stop it from chipping further and for the paint to adhere to it better. But I've never tried something like that before. So if you know anything about how to repair so that it doesn't continue to keep chipping, please let me know in the comments below. I would love your advice on this. I feel like he's meant to stay in his original color.
I spotted this guy right away on the shelf, and I really love these Danish rooster candle holders because you can see that all of these little pieces of wood turn, and you can kind of make them like an accordion style, all kinds of different ways that you can display these. This one was only $3.99, and it is artist signed here on the bottom. It says handcrafted by Leslie L. Jones. And these typically sell in my shop for anywhere between $48 and $58. So that was a really good find for only $3.99. I think these are the only rooster pieces that I ever pick up. I'm not a big rooster fan. It's just not, out of all the critters, it's not my favorite one. But I really do like these ones because they're very classic to mid-century Scandinavian design. This handmade vase was only $4.99, and I really love this rustic finish. It's very kind of brutalist, modernist, and I love when there's only the one small hole so you can put a single flower coming out of the top. This would be really wonderful if you paired this with a couple other different vases that are different sizes and shapes, maybe even a different color palette. I feel like the contrast of a dark piece like this next to some cream colored neutral ones would look really beautiful. You know, I love when I find a pair at the thrift store. I picked up these beautiful carved wood vases for only $4.99 each. And I really love adding in the warmth of wood to a space, especially when it's really trendy to use a lot of grays and kind of cooler tones in decorating. I think something like this really warms up a space, and they look so good with that kind of neutral bohemian style too. I normally never pick up a single cup, but I did it recently with a goblet and it sold well in my shop. So I decided to go ahead and pick up this beautiful little single teak cup. It was 99 cents, and I just felt like you can't pass it up. These look so cute if you have open shelving, especially when you do a mix and match look and you take maybe a couple different shapes and sizes. I recently found some stunning marble goblets, and I feel like having some white marble goblets with some more minimal teak ones would be really pretty on open shelving. I thought this vase was really, really pretty with the detailing on it. It's very neutral, and it's got these beautiful like landscape floral scenes. This one was $6.99, which is quite a bit for Goodwill, but it didn't have any noticeable chips on it, and I thought that the scene was so pretty, I decided to go ahead and get this. This is something that I would expect to be able to sell in my shop for between $42 and $48. Unless it's by a known artist. It is signed here on the bottom, and I can't quite read that signature. I don't know if you can see that there. But I'll do a little bit of digging online when I get home and see if it is by a known potter. And if that's the case, sometimes these pieces can be worth, you know, closer to $60, $75 easily. I was so excited when we found this one. This one's a really neat dragon wall hanging, And at first when we pulled it out, we thought maybe it opened up and it could be like a nutcracker, which would have been really sweet. But I do think that this would make a great wall hanging, especially if you had a very eclectic gallery wall with maybe treasures from all around the world. I think that would be really neat. I also had an idea of something else you could do with this. I'm not going to do this because I like to sell my vintage pieces as is, but I thought I would put this out there as a suggestion just to get your juices flowing with ideas of what you can do with these pieces. So you can see how it has a long strip of wood here, but it has that second wood piece down here on the bottom. What if you were to drill holes for test tubes to go in, and you could turn this into a beautiful windowsill planter? Wouldn't that be great? I'm almost tempted to keep it now and do that for myself, just because that would be a really fun DIY. So even though my husband grew up going to dog shows just like in that movie, Best in Show, he wasn't quite sure what dog breed this was. It kind of looks like a little Scotty, but it's really big. What kind of dog is this? It's a heavy cast metal one, so that means that it's definitely a good quality made piece. Definitely think it's antique, and it was only $4.99. So I had to get him because he's just so adorable, but I don't know what kind of dog this is. So please let me know if you know what kind of buddy this is. This was another really exciting find because I've been looking for more things to photograph my jewelry on, and earrings I find are the hardest thing to photograph. And this is going to be so pretty to hang sterling silver earrings from. I have another one that I've had for many years that's very similar to this, but it doesn't sit flat. So whenever I photograph the earrings hanging, I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to things like that, that I'm constantly trying to crop and tilt my photo, and it just doesn't work because you can't line up this being straight with that being straight because it's wonky. So I'm very happy. This one looks like it's going to be perfect for photographing, and it was only $3.99. I've been selling vintage for 8 years, and there are certain things that I noticed that sell really, really well. Vases, candle holders, and baskets for fruit and vegetables. I feel like it's something that everybody has in their home. And this one's really neat because it hangs and it has 3 different tiers. So you can have your heaviest, largest things down there in the bottom. And then maybe you've got some oranges over here, and then you can have your, I don't know what's small, lemons, limes. I'm always trying to pick up pieces that are handmade and a little bit unusual, and I really think that this is a cool piece. This is something that I feel like you could even have as a standalone piece. You don't need to mix it with other pieces. It's already interesting enough as it is. I always tell people when they're looking to resell, pick up whatever you think is weird, because usually the weirdest things sell first. This one is a shallow Japanese ikebana vase. It is a handmade piece, and this one was only $2.99, and I'm really into this minimalist Japanese pottery right now, and I feel like it's going to become even more and more popular. So these are good pieces to start picking up if you were out thrifting. These salt and pepper shakers are so beautiful. These are Mexican pottery, and they were $4.99 for the pair, and they are in perfect condition, no chips at all. They even still have the little quirks there in the bottom. I just got back from a walk. I'm here at one of my favorite parks, and I met up with Michelle. It is such a beautiful day, and I hope wherever you are in the world, you're having a great day too. But now we are going to get back to treasures. I picked up this one because it looked a lot like the Mexican pottery pieces that I've seen before. I've even seen a tree of life that was maybe 3 feet tall. It was really incredible. It was at an antique store, and this style of pottery reminded me very much of that. It is not signed though on the bottom, and I am not quite sure if it is Mexican pottery or not, but I thought it was really unique and beautiful, and I'm noticing a huge trend for sculptural pieces. A lot of people are putting big sculptural pieces on their credenza, or maybe their entry table when they walk into the front door, or even on their dresser in the bedroom. And I thought that this one was really unique and beautiful, and it was $6.99, so that was a really, really good deal. None of these flowers are broken off. They're all in perfect condition. I got 2 different earring holders. This one's an adorable little kitty one, and what you do is you just poke all of your little earrings on this cat and they hang from it. It's just pretty adorable, and it was only $1.99. I've never picked up one of the kitty ones before. I have gotten one of the brass lion ones, and I think I've seen a couple other critters, but I've never actually found one of these kittens. I almost didn't end up getting these because I wasn't positive that they were vintage, and I didn't want them to turn out to be something that was made by IKEA or Target. But then when I was in line, I looked them up, and it does appear that they were maybe from the 80s. which is vintage. It means I'm vintage, so, you know, it's not exactly an exciting thing, but the 80s are technically vintage. They're past 20 years, so Etsy has made the decision that anything older than 20 years is vintage. So if Etsy says it's vintage, it's vintage. But these were $4.99, $3.99, and $2.99. And I think that these will be really cool once they are lit up with a candle. Something different and kind of fun. And as you guys know, if you've been following the trends lately, the 80s are coming back with a vengeance. So I feel like these will do really well in my shop. I picked up a few critters today, including this beetle boot jack. Beetle boot jack. Say that 3 times fast. Beetle boot jack, beetle boot jack. It's like saying Beetlejuice. Anyways, this guy was $2.99, and I think that these are adorable. I obviously would never really use them as a boot jack, but I think that they make really good door stops too, because they're nice and heavy cast metal. I cannot forget to talk about this beauty right here. Oh my God, I have a hole in my armpit. And I'm really excited to get this home and washed and put on my bed, because I think it's gonna look so pretty draped across the end of my bed. I think it's gonna match my antique grain sack pillows perfectly.
I did some online research on this piece, and it is an Iranian rug, and it is made to be machine washable and really durable for high traffic areas. So as soon as this beauty is dry, I'm going to test it out in my living room, and I'm also going to see how it looks on my bed. I can't believe that I got it for only $20. That is such a great deal. It looks like these sell online for hundreds of dollars. So stay tuned, and I will show you guys where I end up putting it in my house here soon. Our basement has come a long way since the mauve walls and terrible carpet when we moved in 4 years ago. It's been such a fun transition to see this space come to our loungy music room that we always wanted it for. My husband is a huge Beatles fan, so am I, but he's like diehard huge Beatles fan. And so this is kind of our little retro throwback, kind of cozy space in our home. We watch our TV downstairs and we put on music, fold our laundry. It's just kind of a fun space for us. So when I found the record holder, I thought that that would be great to put it down here with our music. It's definitely not a perfect and complete space, but it's a lot more us, and I'm very glad that we've had this space to enjoy over the years. These are typically used either for magazines or for records, and I'm going to be displaying our records that we listen to the most in them. I think it really looks beautiful to have some artwork covers showing rather than just having them all tucked away on the shelf. And for $4.99, that was an incredible deal on this. I've sold a few similar ones in the past for upwards of $60 to $70, so $4.99 was a great deal. Jesse and I have been taking some time every single weekend, even if it's just an hour or two, no matter how busy we are with moving and getting everything ready for that, to get out in nature. So I thought it would be fun to leave you today with a little bit of that beauty. I hope you guys all have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys in a fun new thrifting adventure soon.